Hello and welcome. This is going to be a reading for Capricorn, and the theme is what you need to focus on during this time. This is not a traditional love reading, this is more general and we focus on everything that's happening in the world. I thought, I aim to give some guidance to each sign about this. Right, so I call upon the archangels, Michael in particular, and upon my spirit guides. And I want to have some guidance for Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to focus on during these times? What does Capricorn need to focus on? Maybe Capricorn. Wonderful. The first card that came out is it says opening, and but to me this card talks about kind of, I guess it talks about I don't know, like human, when we die we will go back to earth in somehow. We become earth, and I think this is about you recognizing that you are a part of we as human, we are a part of the circle of life, and we cannot escape that either. And I think this is about needing to perhaps ground yourself and connect to the earth. And also because this is an elderly woman, it might have something to do with aging, I don't know. And look, I'm just seeing her sitting there, very confident, like a child almost. So I feel it's like loving yourself in whatever stage of life you're in. These are my thoughts, at least. The second card for Capricorn is the beautiful Justice. So perhaps there is a situation in your life where you feel like justice has to be done. She's holding a feather in one hand and an urn in the other, and still they seem to carry equal weight. I actually want to clarify this Justice card. Let's see what it's about. Let's explain what the Justice card is about. Capricorn, I don't know. You got this card. She sits in a similar pose. Can you see? See what it says. Magic and ritual. Effect in the external world can be created through inner practice. Heart-centered ritual can support your inner path in the physical world. You are encouraged to enhance your power with regular practice as you grow in grace, love, ability, and wisdom, applying your inner beauty to transform your outer world. Okay, so that's really beautiful, Taurus. I think you are a very beautiful soul who is very just, and I think you need to like spread your wings, and to the peace you have found within, the balance you have found within. The world needs you now. The world needs every one of us to step up and to do our part in protection, in protecting everything that is life and love and beauty. Yeah, that is, I really feel that this really spoke to me. When you get two cards, like they look the same, her knees is bent at the same direction, then to me it's that it makes the message stronger. I'm sorry if my English is a bit rusty. I'm from Sweden. I used to be really good at English, but you forget when you don't speak it a lot. So the third card for you is Easter, or Eostre, or growth. She's this is about the season, spring season, Easter. There's a lot of beautiful spring flowers. She's holding a little egg in her hand, and this little rabbit in her knee, and this little unicorn is resting beside her. So she's really taking care of the animal kingdom. She's guarding someone's egg and comforting this rabbit, and the horse is not at all scared of her. And it's so I feel like, again, this is about taking care of others and yourself, and as I said before, protect life, protect the animal kingdom. That's what I'm getting, actually, because if we don't have the animals, they are a part of a system that makes for example, I just learned that trees can actually not live without the birds, and if we kill the bugs, then we kill the birds, and if we kill the trees, well, we won't have any shade, for example. So everything, I'm not an expert in this, but I know this much: we cannot live without the earth and the animals within it. So I asked what you need to focus on during this time, and you need to focus on protecting and connecting to earth and all living beings in it. You could be part of you could become part of a movement, or you can just take care of the surrounding close to where you live, perhaps, or get together with some people, start growing your own vegetables instead of buying them from where they have been polluted with poison, or they had to travel over lots of continents, for example. All those things save life. You can have bees, that's really important. Or you can just feed the birds in winter, I don't know. If everybody starts to do something, we would really get somewhere, don't you think? And then we have laughter, and that's really important too. I find these times that there are a lot of things that worries me. Everything from war to food shortages in some countries, and well, the pandemic, and the way the pandemic is making us enemies, and of course the environment, and yeah, there are lots of things that could bring you down, and that brings you down. But we can also spread positive circles, and not just by engaging in serious things, but with spreading laughter, and to continue to be original. That's what I'm feeling. You know, in Sweden we actually have to, if you have a restaurant, you have to apply and have a permit if you to be allowed to dance. You need a dance permit. People who play music in the streets are not allowed anymore, and I think this is a negative movement. I think we need to bring back the joy and laughter and the fun to life, and perhaps we need a bit less rules and regulation, and I don't know, fight for your right to party. And I don't mean consuming a lot of drugs or alcohol or anything, just fight for our right to express ourselves and be original, and not, we should not need a permit to dance, I think. Alright, we go a bit deeper into this with some tarot, and I'm gonna use the Tarot Illuminati. I'm not Illuminati, but I think it's a beautiful deck. A bit too many. I'm just gonna look at them and see if they come out again. I'm actually gonna cleanse this deck tiny bit. I love using sage. Earlier today, when I did the reading for Aries, I burned so much sage that the fire alarm went off in my apartment. So it's been okay, so it wants to fall there. So my apartment's been smelling a lot of sage today. The Justice card came out again. So it's like 3 times Justice now. What's up with you, Taurus? Perhaps you are working with law, or are involved in a legal case. Or perhaps you have like a Libra moon or something. I mean Capricorn. I'm sorry. I'm doing earth signs. No, some. The first card that came out underneath this opening is the Sun, and the Sun is also like a son, like a child, like a boy child. So I feel that this is about like death and rebirth, going back to earth and being born again. I don't know if you're changing your life a lot or something, because the Sun is also like your soul is being born in some way. That's my interpretation of it. He's riding on a white horse, so that's very pure. And there is his mother's face, perhaps, in this sun. So I don't know if there is something to do with like a grandmother, a mother and a baby, or maybe some of you are fearing getting old or something like that. And this is like a reminder that, at least how I see it, we will be born again and we will meet with the same soul family next time we incarnate, even if we don't remember it. But I don't think this is about actual death. I think this is about you getting new priorities in some way. Please let me know, because I think it's really exciting. And then we have these two cards. The Princess of Pentacles and the Moon. These came out earlier today for another sign. I can't remember which one. I think the Moon has been coming out for everyone. I read them differently every time. Well, what catches my eye this time is the water. Oh no, this is actually a small road. I think I need a clarifier, because, well, both these contain a sun that is hiding. The sun is hiding behind the hills. Here the sun is hiding behind the moon. And here we have the sun card again, so it's like something waiting to be born. Here we have another young person, a bit older than that one, but here is like she's been walking on this path for some time, and she's starting to find herself, even though things are still a mystery for her, with this moon veiling the sun. And here we have like two towers even, and I think it's in the High Priestess when she's standing between two pillars of right and wrong, sort of. And here we have the dog and the wolf. There are two aspects of a person's personality, a wild side and a domesticated side, and we haven't really when they become one, we are very powerful. When we can like tame our wild side, and we can use the logic and reason and the ability to cooperate with other species, or with same species, we become very good at surviving and to be like a valuable member. If we are too much like the dog, perhaps we are obeying someone else a bit blindly. If we are too much like the wolf, we can sometimes harm other people or other beings because we are predators. They are both very beautiful animals, but since this has to do with a human, and this is sort of, to me, this is being a child, growing up, and here is like life is still a mystery. Perhaps you know a younger person, or perhaps this is like the new you trying to figure out who you are in some way. It's the best I can do, but I will clarify it, as I said, because I think it's exciting. I love this deck actually. Isis Oracle card. Let's see here. Temple of Carnelian. It's time to trust in your own boldness and courage, taking risks that feel true to your heart and engaging in practices that make you feel truly and genuinely alive, embodied and more of yourself, even if not always comfortable, are going to help you to live the life you were born to live. Alright, so I think it truly is about something new being born within you. And I think you should just embrace that. So, the next two cards are very much air sign cards. It's Justice, which is a Libra card, and I think Queen of Swords is a Libra as well. So this is not someone you could mess with. Queen of Swords is pretty hardcore. Here she looks a bit like Queen Elizabeth and Kate Blanchett, the movie with Kate Blanchett. She was very powerful, and she chose to be unmarried because she wanted to well, she didn't want to give away her power to a man, or she wanted to like keep her respect, if I got it right, and she was very just, and she believed in she felt like she had God on her side, or justice on her side, and I think you do too, Capricorn. See, all the angels here are like sitting on her throne, backing her up, and here we have the Lady Justice, so it's really, and here Justice again. So there's something, I think you have very high moral, perhaps, very high ideal, and I feel that you should really embrace this, and you should not step down. You should continue to claim your rights, because you are in the right. I want to pull another clarifier for this actually, because I thought it was beautiful. Too many. Goddess of 10,000 names. If you have felt constrained by a role, name, or identity and are wishing for assistance in growing beyond it, or if you have sensed a new role or identity calling you into greater expression and would love some divine help in that growth, this oracle indicates the help you need is already with you, urging you to grow from within. So, if you need help with something to do with justice, I feel like you have help from and support from the divine. The two last tarot cards we have here is the Fool and the Wheel. And the Fool fell underneath this growth card. And well, the Fool is going for a new adventure. He's bringing his dog. The dog is helping him from falling off a cliff. So again, it feels like something to do with this little princess as well. Something new being born, embracing that you're growing, embracing that this is a new chapter for you. And I don't know, don't be afraid of continuing on this new path. If we see down here. And the last tarot card that came out is the Wheel. And it came under laughter. So the wheel is about something changing, like a wheel of fortune, things suddenly moving forward. And when it comes together with laughter like this, I feel like you will soon have a reason to celebrate, perhaps, or when you do all of this positive thing, being yourself and loving yourself the way you are, things will probably start moving forward. I'm gonna pull one last clarifier for these to finish your reading up. Capricorn. Okay, this one. It's a beautiful stone. Your soul is very ancient and holds the wisdom of star people from civilizations with unique high vibrational awareness that can help humanity transition from a culture based in fear to a love-based community. You are here on this planet to be you in the fullest extent possible. Then you will help human culture so that the planet may thrive. So right, you really have to continue to be you and keep spreading that love and be yourself. I think that was a beautiful way to wrap this reading up. If you enjoyed my reading, it would mean a lot if you gave it a thumbs up or shared it with someone. I do this reading for free, and it would just be nice to share it with more people, because it makes me feel like there's a meaning. It makes me feel like it's meaningful. Alright? Thank you very much for joining me here, Capricorn. Stay strong, stay free, and be blessed. Bye bye.